Stop comparing yourself to others. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in comparing ourselves to those around us. We look at social media profiles, friends' accomplishments, and even strangers on the street. But here's the thing: comparison is a thief of joy. It robs us of our own unique experiences and successes in life.
Over the years, we have been taught that comparison shouldn't be done. We are encouraged not to compare ourselves to any person outside. But I don't think it is such a bad thing. Because thinking about it naturally as human beings, comparing yourself is an inbuilt system. You naturally compare yourself to people that you see outside. Take for instance, you get into a room, you are just new into this room with strangers, people that you have never met in your lifetime, both boys and girls. You are quick to notice who is louder, who is more friendly, who is on their own, who is sad or who looks angry, who can initiate relationships, friendship, conversations easily. That is actually comparison. At that point in time, you are weighing every other person against themselves, and then you are actually weighing yourself against them equally, seeing what you like and what you do not like, who you would prefer to approach you and who you wouldn't prefer to approach you. That you have compared yourself to them, and you have compared each and every other person in the room to each other. So is it actually possible to not compare yourself? I don't think it is. Now, since comparison is a natural thing to being human, that means it is actually not the enemy. It is not comparison that we are fighting. Because the truth is this: the fact that you are comparing yourself, it means that you have seen that they have something admirable. It means that you see them doing something that is maybe not out of the ordinary, but something that you want to achieve. Something they have that you would really love to get, that you would want to experience. That is very much human and normal to feel. Now, if comparing yourself is not the problem, what is? Your intentions are. Comparison is not the enemy. Your intentions are. Now remember, comparison itself is not the enemy, but your intentions are. Because it could turn out to be that your comparison is a healthy comparison, or it could be an unhealthy one. A healthy comparison would simply reveal your desires. For example, oh, this person is very disciplined. I would really love to be disciplined as much as they are. An unhealthy one would say, this person is more disciplined than I am. That means that I'm not growing. It means that I'm failing. It means that my life is not going for. Comparing yourself to somebody else, that is a problem. Because whether we do it consciously or subconsciously, it happens in the everyday life. It is something that happens in our mind. We are drawn to notice what others have that we don't have. That is naturally how we are created. A healthy state of comparison will naturally lead you to growth. It will simply show you that, oh, this is something that is admirable that this person has, and I want to get it. How can I get it? And you would work towards getting it. While an unhealthy state of comparison would bring you to hate, to disgust, and to feeling less of yourself. And as of the point in time where the insecurity sits into you, the goal shifts from you growing naturally, learning and growing, to you wanting to overpower and overshadow the person that you are comparing yourself to. It now leads you to a state of competition, and that, my darling, it is definitely not a good thing to do. I had a conversation with a friend, and in the midst of that conversation, I remember telling that my friend back then that while interacting with people, I see people as advantageous. I see people as, this person has something I can learn from. I don't look at them like they are far above me or that I am far beneath them. I don't look at people as, wow, this person is just at a level that I cannot ever get, or this person is so wonderful to the point that I am just so beneath them, that they are more, I don't know, wonderful they are just extraordinary beyond comprehension to me. I look at them with wonder and I'm like, wow, this is very beautiful. And I'm like, I would really love to do that. So I would just tell you that whenever you feel like you are being compared, whenever you begin to compare yourself to any other person, because it is going to happen, whenever you begin to compare yourself to any other person, and what you have to do is you sit back and observe what it is exactly that you are feeling. Are you feeling admiration for the person, for what the person is doing, for what the person has, or are you feeling disgust? And if so, why? Because whether we like it or not, comparison is just a way of us feeling better within ourselves. It helps us feel like we are advancing or that we are stagnant. So when you check yourself and see whether it is admiration or disgust that you feel and understand why you are feeling that, I just want you to tell yourself that, affirm to yourself that this is where I am right now, this is where I want to be, or this is where I am right now, and this is where I do not want to be. So the fact is this, that this person is not better than I am, just as I am not better than they are. They just have something I can learn from. And learning from someone could be you learning to be able to get where they are, or you learning to be able to not make the same mistakes that they made. Simply to say, nobody is better than you are. You simply have to learn from them. Nobody is better than you are. You simply have to learn from them. You simply have to learn from them. You simply have to learn from their mistakes. You simply have to learn from their achievements, from their goals, from the way they are disciplined. So I will not tell you to stop comparing yourself. On the other hand, compare yourself, but make sure that when you are comparing yourself, while you are comparing yourself to other people, that you are you are having a healthy form of comparison, a comparison that is going to lead you to grow, a comparison that is going to inspire you, and not a comparison that is going to make you jealous, not a comparison that is going to make you look down on yourself and feel like I am not going forward in any way, I am just stagnant. Nah.